Hi everyone, I've been away a while because I've been really busy with work, but I'm back with a new video. This is Papoutsakia. My pronunciation's not very good there. It's aubergines stuffed with meat sauce and topped with bechamel sauce. You're going to need 2 aubergines, cut them in half and score them in a crisscross shape. Lay them on a baking tray and drizzle over some olive oil. Do a better job of drizzling than I did. Then add some salt and pepper. Turn them flat side down and bake them at 180°C fan for about 30 minutes. To make the meat sauce, saute 1 onion diced. This is a large onion because I like onion, it gives a good flavour. Add a little bit of salt to help it cook down. And leave that for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, add a little splash of water, which apparently it releases the natural sugars of the onion. I saw this on another video and so I've always done it since then. Add 400 grams of minced meat. I'm using pork, but you can use whichever you want. I'm also making a double batch of meat sauce, so this will be more than the dish needs, but it's good to have some the next day for another dish. And add 1 garlic clove, a good teaspoon of dried oregano, and a teaspoon of cinnamon, which I went and added a little bit more because that's not a proper teaspoon, and add some pepper as well. Give that a good stir together, then add in a chicken stock cube. The reason I do it this way is because I think it releases more flavour. So break it down and give it a good mix. You don't want to leave any clumps because you don't want to bite into that. But if you do it this way, it will really release the flavours. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of tomato puree. Mix that through to cook off any of the bitterness. Add 2 bay leaves and a can of 400 grams of tomatoes. Then add about 100 millilitres of water to the pan as well and simmer that on a low heat for about 20 to 30 minutes. When ready, remove the bay leaf and add a small bunch of parsley. Also turn the heat off at this stage. Set that aside and we will then get on with the bechamel. So I'm using 5 tablespoons of butter and 5 tablespoons of flour. Once the butter has melted, add the flour and bring it together to create a roux. This is probably a good enough roux for most people, but I like the roux to be a little bit thicker, so I've added another tablespoon of flour, so 6 in total. Then I've got about 300 millilitres of milk, which I add gradually, so you want to bring it together, then add more milk, bring that together, add more milk. You get the picture. The reason I'm leaving most of this part in is so you can see the process of the bechamel, because I used to really struggle with it. So this is how we're doing it, and we end up with a nice smooth bechamel. Once it's cooled down, we're going to beat an egg and add that to the mix. You want a small egg, so incorporate that, and then the best part of the bechamel, we're going to add 100 grams of grated halloumi cheese. You can use parmesan, you can use cheddar, which I often do, but halloumi bechamel is something else, and I don't think you will regret trying it. So set that aside for a moment and then flip the aubergines over, and we're going to smash the middle in, so to speak, with the back of a spoon. Just flatten the middle and fill them with the mince mixture. Don't stinge on it, be generous. Then add a few tablespoons of bechamel on top. I added more than a few spoons on top because the bechamel, it's the best part of it for me. So I probably added about 3 in the end. And we're then going to cook them at 180C fan. Usually 20 minutes will do. Just make sure the bechamel is golden. This is how they should look when they're out of the oven. The bechamel for me is just makes this. Just if you look at that, for me it's the perfect bechamel. I'm sure other people will say theirs is perfect, but still. So I served this with salad. I did actually have some potatoes with it too, but they're not in the picture. I hope you make this. I hope you enjoy it. Bye for now.